Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of great millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Just some more few words, because here we are again, and I've said this before. In regards to these so-called leaders in Israel, and more specifically these guys at Sakari, because I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this real quick in Revelation 14. Because at the end of the day, it's business. Can't take it personal, and everyone's fate is being sealed, because in Revelation 14, in verse Revelation 14:7, saying with a loud voice, "Fear the Most High, and give glory to Him, for the hour of His judgment has come." And that's the point, all right? Being that we're coming into the time of the Lord's ultimate judgment, you see. And it's no coincidence, everyone, all these spirits, roughly 9 billion people on the planet, all right? The Lord brought all these spirits back on the earth to get their judgment, all right? Because like the scriptures say, no new thing under the sun, all right? That includes generations, that includes people as a people, as, individually, but nevertheless, everyone that was reserved for judgment, whether it be for salvation or for destruction, they're back, all right? So again, it's specifically with these guys, because and that's why me, through the Spirit, man, I'm interested to see how the Lord's gonna do this, as I'm sure all of us are for the most part, in regards to how He's going to dismantle these groups, because more and more they're condemning themselves, they're sticking their foot in their mouths, because here it is, this guy, Deacon Akar, this guy Deacon Akar, straight up opening his mouth and lying. For one, he's sowing the seed of doubt and discord, being crept in unawares and whatnot. Because, it's obvious at this point, or it's been obvious, but it should be obvious by now, especially, when it comes to like new followers, newer believers, because when you've been around, and I've been around, and that's the thing that kind of, it really just works my nerves. Because these guys, it's crazy, because me personally, I when it comes to this thing of the Lord's business, concerning the Lord's business, man, I don't know nothing, I don't know nothing. I'm still a babe, and I say that because, I've been around, and it's crazy because these guys, they want to be the top guys so bad. They want to be the apostles so bad. It's obvious. And it's just crazy because I've been in the truth longer than a lot of these so-called leaders, especially these guys at Sakari, and I might have said this before in the past, or maybe not, because it's irrelevant, because like I said, I've been around, and I would be if I was following Great Millstone, if I started out in Great Millstone and back in 2009, I would be a, quote unquote elder or so, young elder, up and coming elder, or whatever the case may be. But thankfully I'm not. All right, because of the it comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of, demons as well, and I just say all that to say, because again, these guys, I've been in the truth longer than these guys, man, and that's crazy, but yet they want to be the top guy so bad. They want to be the apostle so bad. They, sit in Moses' seat, right? You know, they want to be the man so bad. You know, and that's why I said I'm interested to see how this is going to play out, because, like I said, these guys more and more, they're condemning themselves. You know, and I was meditating on my walk. You know, just the carnality when it comes to these Israelites. I even have I have a video saved up. I'm gonna send the brothers, Lord willing. I'm gonna send later. It was some Jakes. It was like they were playing basketball or something, and the one Jake had his back turned, and the other Jake, out of nowhere, he pulled out a knife and just stabbed the dude in the back a few times. You know, and it immediately reminded me of Sakari. You know. Because the hypocrisy with these guys, for one, on one note, they're you know, supposedly showing love to the apostles. We don't hate our GMS brothers, but on the next note, they're slandering, posting videos and clips and just straight up lying. You know, just straight up lying, just straight up hypocrisy. You know, man, it's crazy, but hey, this is a part of it. Again, no new thing under the sun. These guys have to come back in there a lot, you know. And like I said, at the end of the day, everyone's fate is being sealed, because these guys are gonna wax worse and worse. All right, they're gonna get worse. So that's why, like I said, I'm interested to see how this is gonna play out. You know, how this is gonna play out, because these guys want their little 15 seconds of fame so bad, and hey, the Lord's going to give them their little 15 seconds of fame in judgment, because when judgment starts, it's going to start with those that know better. All right, especially when it comes to these so-called leaders, you know. But nevertheless, man, these guys straight up lying on video, because, you know, this guy did a video, Deacon Akar, the great millstone sell out, the GMS sell out, you know, and watching the Apostle Elder Gabar, and the elder out there in Vegas, you know, which the first, well, once you get past all the damn, because, you know, the beginning of the videos, they're, you know, all the gimmicks and whatnot, you know, join the Hebrew classes and all that bullshit. You know, once you get past that, all that nonsense, because these guys, they make merchandise of the Lord's people. And I did a video the other day about this. Hey, man, this is why, man. Let me get this real quick. This is why the Lord has a point to prove, because that's one thing that the Lord doesn't play about, man. You want to get the deep breakdowns and come join the classes and, you know, all this nonsense, man. This is why the Lord's coming to fuck shit up, man. You know, outside of Esau, but Jake playing too much. You know, St. John chapter 2. St. John chapter 2, starting at 13. And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem. And, you know, it's no coincidence, all right? We're coming up to the Passover now, you know, and just speculating through the Spirit, you know, because obviously, you know, around the Passover, a lot of spiritual things happen, a lot of spiritual things take place, you know. So I don't believe it's a coincidence. There's no coincidences, but I believe there is a reason why the Lord has it to where through the Spirit these guys are speaking their nonsense right before the Passover. You know, going back into it in St. John 2, verse 14. And he found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and the chargers of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple. and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money and overthrew the table. So for one, people are thinking that Yahushua is some sweet guy, man. You know, this is an account of Yahushua getting violent, man. You know, for people to think that the Yahushua is some soy boy, man. You know, but again, this is why the Lord, he has a point to prove. The Lord has to make a statement. You know, and hey, when it comes to Jacob's trouble, the Lord has to prove a point first and foremost to Jake, because at the end of the day, you know, it's all about Jake. Everything centers around the Israelites. Like I said, outside of Esau and the nations, yeah, they're going to get theirs. But the Lord has to touch his first. You know, he has to get on Jake. So that's why, listen, like I said, like I've been saying, as I've said before, and don't, you know, we can't take it personal. You know, you see how the apostles operate. You know, they don't get mad. Now, of course, it's going to burn, you know, might vex your spirit, but it's not to that, you know, it's not to that point where, you know, we're going to have to start rolling up on Sakari camps and, you know, just, nah, man. You know, the Lord's going to have the last say so at the day. All right. Straight up line, man. If you don't know, well, no, for those that don't know, all right. And I believe it was the Apostle Kabar that said it, you know, because in the beginning of the video, well, like I said, once you get past all the gimmicks and the subscribe and donations and all that bullshit, once they actually get started, once this guy Deacon Hakah actually starts getting, you know, he gets on with the video, his first lie was he was mentioning how and I was actually Thawadi Halba Shemal Shai, because I was actually going to sit and you know, watch through the whole video, but once he straight out opened his mouth and lied, because he was saying that that GMS Great Millstone teaches that we're not going to go to hell, or we're going to go to hell for not keeping the laws of Yahweh Shemal Shai, but we're going to go to hell for not keeping up the writings of Paul in a way, you know, something along those lines, you know. And Tawadi Yahweh Shemal Shai, because that in itself, it cancels out the whole video. The Apostle Kabar said that, you know, it everything after that, it cancels out everything, you know, it just cancels itself out, because for one, we don't teach here at Great Millstone, the apostles never taught the hell doctrine. All right, so that first and foremost, you know, like I said, it's just a straight up lie. You know, just a straight up lying. You know, you see the slander, and you see the tactics of the devil. All right, because like Yahushua told those wicked Jake, hey, you are of your father the devil. And that's what a lot of these Jakes, man, they're just, you know, all these guys making merchandise off the Lord's people, which I'm going to continue reading on. In St. John 2, in verse 16, and he said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house an house of merchandise. So you see, that's the thing. All right, you know, that's the thing. That's one thing that the Lord doesn't play about, man. You know, as far as making merchandise of his people, the sheep, the flock. That's one thing that the Lord doesn't play about, and that's exactly what these guys are doing. You know, monetizing Jake, which, like I said, because Jake is nothing but what's the brother say? Basically the cheap version of Esau. You know, Jake has copied Esau's patent on you know, how to monetize and make merchandise off the Lord's people, because that's exactly what these guys are doing. You know, like I said, part of the video, you know, he's advertising his new merch, right? New merch and Hebrew classes and all this bullshit. You know, monetizing Jake. You see, Slakia, you know. So hey, man, I'm also get this in Matthew, because again, the dude straight up lied, you know, talking about we teach that you know, you're not going to go to hell for teaching for not keeping the commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah, but you are going to go to hell for not, you know, keeping the writings of Paul, something along those lines. Because these guys are butt hurt because they're getting rebuked. All right, because clearly, you know, obviously they don't believe in the writings of Paul. You know, the newest controversy lately is the writings of Mark. According to these guys, Mark's writings aren't, you know, validated or whatever. You know, you might as well just do away with the New Testament altogether. You know, but these things have to happen. All right, like I said, it's a part of, you know, it's a part of it. You know, but don't be surprised. All right, because like I said, these guys more and more they're gonna wax worse. They're gonna get worse. All right. And that's why I read that Revelation 14, because, hey, we're coming into a time of judgment. So everyone's fate is being sealed. And more and more these guys are sealing their fate, condemning themselves. Matthew 12 and 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So you see, man, there it is. All right. Everyone's fate is being sealed before this time of judgment. So don't take it to heart. All right. Just sit back. And I believe I think it was the elder out there in Vegas. He said, hey, man, as far as these guys, man, they better hope that we're not men of the Lord. You know, they better hope we're not right. You know, because nevertheless, the Lord, at the end of the day, he is going to show who had it right. You know, he's going to show who had it right and who should have kept their mouth shut the whole time. The Lord's he's going to show that. You know, but hey, like I said, it's a part of it. You know, don't take it to heart. Don't take it personal. All right, and let's see how the Lord plays this out. You know, and going back to even what the Apostle Gabar said in his video. He said he mentioned how he feels bad for these guys, man. He feels bad for these guys. You know, hell, I was trying to talk with my brother. I was having a conversation with my brother, because my brother he follows Sakari. You know, he follows Sakari. And I asked him, do y'all believe do y'all believe in the hell doctrine? And apparently they don't. You know, and I asked him, well, why is it, you know, that your guys, man, your leaders are straight up lying on Great Millstone, saying that we do. You know, just had a few questions, and through the spirit, I can see where my brother's where his attitude is. You know, where his mindset is, because he was pretty much just, you know, he's just pretty much one of those jakes. One of those stagnant jakes. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get involved, and don't get me involved. And you asking me, you know, he don't know what's going on. You know, he, like I said, he's just one of those stagnant jakes. You know, he's just comfortable with where he's at. You know, you know, which just lets me know that he's pretty much he's just lost in the sauce. So it's whatever. You know, the Lord, and as the apostles always say, man, he's going to remove his elect from these different groups, and he's going to destroy him before he destroys these groups, man. The Lord's going to remove his elect. All right, and that's going to be that. You know, so Lord, one of this was edifying. All praises to you. How about Shemel Shai? Shalom to you. Hopefully, let.